What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Heroclix video. It is time for the Marvel Studios Disney Plus review for competitive play. We are looking at the commons. As you know, the set drops this week. I know the spoilers have been out for a while, but now that people have gotten a chance to play in the pre-release, open some boosters, maybe test out a little bit for constructed teams, we're going to take a look at some figures that could make an impact in the metagame for all three formats: modern, bronze, and silver. There are 7 figures here for the commons that I have. It's interesting to note here that almost all of them are going to be support pieces. So a lot of these pieces will be fillers for their support roles, whether it's leadership, outwit, perplex, whatever, taxi, or trying to increase your theme count, right? So let's just jump right to it. The first one we have is 002 Skinny Steve Rogers. He's 15 points, 4 range, shield, team ability. Keywords: Howling Commandos, pass, shield, soldier. So of course, keywords are pretty good. But his trait is leadership. When Skinny Steve Rogers uses it, friendly characters within range are considered adjacent. Note that this is the current cheapest leadership you can get, I believe, in the game or in the format that you're playing in. 15 points gets you leadership, and better leadership because it friendly characters within range are considered adjacent, so they don't even have to be next to him. Of course, his range is only 4, but if you're able to, let's say, shield pump that up, because he does have shield, and if you're going to put him on a soldier team, he might be on some spider family teams, which can copy shield, can bump his range up farther, which means he doesn't actually have to be in the fray to get that leadership off. He could just be in the back, get the leadership, and then, you know, move around. Especially since he has willpower, so he can kind of maneuver a little bit better. He doesn't move that far, but hey, 15-point leadership with a team ability, you know, sign me up. 15 points. This is going to be a great filler for trying to get your theme count up, right? I mean, let me just tell you right now, 15 points, and people are playing 20 points just for Groot. Of course, Groot does way better, more things, but 5 points less on good keywords. You know, this guy should be a staple, I think, on teams that are utilizing his leadership because of the keywords. Okay, next one we have Darcy Lewis, 25-point shield, team ability, keyword Asgardian, celebrity, sword scientist. I think it's awesome that they gave her Asgardian because, of course, the Asgardians need a lot more support. So especially in bronze, where you have split lip, you can throw Darcy on to go on to fill out your support side with the retaliators like Surtur and Ymir, and then now you can have your big hitters like Thor, right? She has stealth, and she has a special damage power, outwit, and perplex, and then she goes to outwit, perplex, and then the special power returns on the 4th click, outwit, perplex. So she's always going to have one of those 2 powers, or both, the whole dial, which is amazing for 25 points. And she has a team ability. Of course, sciences teams, celebrity teams, those are both going to be great teams for her to jump on, because on top of the outwit, perplex, she's also going to be pumping range or damage if she does a power action. So I think Darcy's going to be another one that you'll see a lot of, because now that we're seeing more of a return of perplex, now you can see that they're slowly starting to incorporate the benched powers. So now perplex is in, and everybody already has like high attacks and defenses and movement, so the perplex just makes it even better. All right, moving on to number 10. This is Gamora, daughter of Thanos. This is a kind of like, you know, it's kind of very straightforward here. 60.6 clicks. It's on par with whatever you see out there. Of course, a lot of 50-point ones that are up there. But she has a Guardian Team ability, a whole bunch of keywords: Assassin, Black Order, Cosmic, Guardians Galaxy, Minions, Thanos, Ruler, Warrior. Great keywords. Her damage power, which is on her whole, the entire dial: Close Combat Expert, Exploit Weakness. That's already really good. When Gamora, daughter of Thanos, KOs an opposing character after resolutions, heal her 2 clicks. This is the main reason why she's on here. Aside from the fact that on rate, she's pretty good, because 6 clicks with 60 points with Close Combat Expert and Exploit Weakness. She's hitting a 12 for 4 with a charge with Quake, and she has 2 bolts. So it's, you know, if you can give her Flurry, then it's going to be even better. But the Guardian's Team ability means that, you know, pieces like Harry Leland won't be able to decrease her values. But when she KOs a character, you heal her 2. Not just 1, it's 2. And that's key here, that it says any opposing character, right? Because it doesn't have to be a standard, it doesn't have to be big, it doesn't have to be small, it's just any character. So if she does happen to take a couple, you know, maybe 2 or 3 clicks of damage, and she KOs like a bystander and something else with her double bolt charge, man, she's gonna heal 2 right back up. That's really solid. And reduces the whole dial with invuln on the first 3, toughness on the back end, and then when she does get into combat, she's gonna have flurry and blades with Close Combat Expert and Exploit. So she's doing 4 damage the whole way through, and 12 or 11 attack the whole way through, 18 defenses, 17 on the back 2. This is really solid for a common. So this is something, if you're looking at building on a budget, that's just a solid close combat piece. You know, of course, not quite like Sky Tyrant, but hey, for a common, this is really good. You know, you don't have to drop that $150 on Sky Tyrant. All right, and then talking about the best on rate pieces out there, the next one is number 12, Batroc. This one I just want to put on here just because the rate that you're getting here. He might not be played, if at all, because the keywords are not that great, right? Assassin, Batroc's Brigade, Martial Artist, those are very niche, right? But 30 points, 6 clicks with solid stats, basically the whole dial, right? He ignores characters already, so that's already huge. He can charge with a 10 movement solid, and then with Close Combat Expert, he's a 12 for 3. Right, 18's up top, okay, but for just keep in mind that this guy's only 30 points, and if he does get hit, he goes to Reflexes, Flurry. Of course, his damage drops, but hey, if you want to equip him with like Exploit or Blades or something like that, who knows? He can do quite a bit of damage for 30 points, and at 6 clicks, they're gonna have to invest quite a bit of resources to KO this guy, because I know in Sealed, this guy's tough to fight in Sealed, because he's only 30 points, and in Constructed he's only 30 points. So if they do deal with him, guess what, they got 30 points. That's a 10th of your team. All right, the next one, this one I'm not really sure, but I for the points and the effect, this has potential. Number 14, Monica Rambeau, 25 points only, 4 range, shield team ability, Celebrity Sword, not that great, 4 clicks, Super Sense and Shape Change with a stop click with Super Senses. So she's already tough to deal with, but it's the attack power that has me thinking about this. It's power. Choose an opposing character within range and line of fire. Until your next turn, Monica Rambeau gains immobile, and when the chosen character attacks, it can only target a character named Monica Rambeau. This, I'm not sure how you'd be able to get this to be really effective, but if you can get the effect off, man, that's really tough, because if you're gonna fight, let's say you can get the power action off on a tentpole, like, let's say Thanos, he has to attack her, and he's gonna have to go through Super Senses and Shape Change, and then on top of that there's a stop click. So there's potential here, and she's only 25 points with the team ability, and if you can like get her range up, or maybe replace her range value with like a 7 or 8, and maybe she ignores stuff, she can power action. Of course, in bronze, you can give her like the Millennium Eye, I believe, where it just ignores everything. And then you can just pump her range up to 7. And then you can target somebody, and then they can only attack her. For 25 points, that's not a bad effect. It doesn't take up that much space on your team. With a celebrity being something that's a lot more push now in the new set, Spider Family with Marvella seems to be a really good fit for her. So that's something to keep an eye out. She seems to be something that could be really good on like control type teams to stop tent poles, especially pieces like Thanos. Okay, the next one is Jimmy Woo, 20 points, police team ability 4 range. This guy's your basic 20-point perplexer. He's got celebrity, detective, mystical, police, sword. Mystical, that's interesting. But 4 clicks, plasticity up top, perplex, and empower. Empower on the back too. 20-point perplexer with a team ability, 4 clicks, great keywords. This guy's going to be a must play on whatever theme teams he's going to be on, because he's a cheap perplexer that provides a team ability. Also gets your theme count up, and there's nothing much to say other than you're going to see a lot of this guy, I believe, constructed, especially after rotation, because you're going to see a lot of pieces go out that you're going to need a lot of these lower point support pieces. And then the last one is number 16, Baron Zemo, 30-point taxi. He's assassin, masters of evil, ruler, spy, soldier, not bad. And he has 4 clicks with willpower and leadership, so he already fills your leadership role for 30 points, not bad. Values are good, 11 attack, 10 attack, 3 damage, and then he goes to empower in the back. But he has passenger 2, leap, climb, stealth. He can carry 2 people, and he can hide. So if you carry other people with him that have stealth, you can just be unhindering and they can hide, right? They can't see, they can't be shot. And if he does get hit for 2 or 3, the people he carries, if they're close combat guys, they're going to benefit from his empower, right? And he has leadership, so when you're getting in there, he could just leadership off them. And he is a capable tertiary attacker. 30 point, 11 attack, 3 damage. That's nothing to sneeze at there. 4 range. It's not bad. Normally taxis of this caliber don't attack, right? If you look at like Overdrive, almost never attacks. Kite Man, Rennet Tilly, Voyager, Lockjaw, they never attack. But this guy can, right? He's like one of the first taxis that can actually attack, since he has solid stats, 11-3. Of course, he can only carry 2, but carry people nonetheless. So, and with leap climb, he can ignore stuff. All right, well, that's the commons review. Let me know what you guys think about these pieces. I think there's going to be a lot of these pieces going to be played, because they're all really cheap, except for the Gamora Darth Thanos. But I think she has real potential, especially healing 2 clicks with high damage output. But all of these should see, especially after rotation, the uptick in play, because there's a lot of solid leadership, outwit, perplex, taxi, you name it. So let me know what you guys think. If there's other ones you think that could also see play, or if I just overlooked, or if I just overestimated some pieces on here. I don't think I did, because a lot of times people are looking for the support pieces and that are cheap and on theme. So these guys fit all of them. All right, until I'll be back with the next one, which is the uncommons portion, and of course we'll be going rares, super rares, chases, primes, and so forth. All right. Well, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. I think the set's pretty cool. The only thing I don't like is that there aren't any generics. Usually that's what really pushes the set over, if there's generics for people to get. And in this set, there's just none. So, all right, guys, see you next time. Until then, remember, only bad players blame the dice. See ya.